Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Welcome in everybody to Monday Night Raw on the Road and Toe Show. How's everybody doing this Monday evening?
Doing pretty good.
Energized.
We have for you tonight on panel. I am your host, Toe for Life. This is my host, Road Dogs Media, co-hosted American Justice of Texas, aka AJOT, aka Justice for All, aka you got so many AKAs I can't.
There's too many AKAs.
Right. Just say AJOT and you're all good.
That's right.
I like my favorite one though is American Hottie. Just saying.
There you go.
Oh.
AKA.
And also we have Great Lakes Audits all the way from Ohio. Welcome in.
Thanks, buddy.
So how was your Monday, AJ?
It was good.
Good.
Yeah.
Great Lakes. How about you, buddy?
Quite eventful. It was full of arguments and anger and proving points and educating people, and it was a fun day.
Right on. How was everybody's weekend? How's that? I forgot it is Monday. So how was your weekend?
Rough.
Rough weekend.
I wasn't in jail, so I'm good.
True story.
I started to say that's the truth right there.
I went out Friday the 13th with a potential charges hanging over my head downtown to the courthouse, and they all know me by name. So I'm like, today's Friday the 13th. I'm out of here. I ran out of downtown.
Right. Welcome in. Let's welcome in some of the chat. Hammer Time Media, New Guru, Denver Metro Audits, Heather Holt. What was that? Trinity Trails.
Yeah.
Mark Harrison, Oklahoma Girl. For Public Safety, welcome in. Been a while. Queen Tiger, welcome in. So tonight we got a couple updates. There's about three auditors that had some court dates today. We got a couple updates. We also had another auditor that got arrested over the weekend, and there's a little quick update on him. So we're gonna do that, and then we got a couple things, and then of course at the end of the show we got the AJOT corner, the feel good corner, and we got some of that for you. So that's what we're gonna do tonight on Monday Night Rawl. I had to put that L on there so I didn't get a copyright.
I was wondering about that typo.
I put it on. No, that wasn't a typo. I put that on there so WWE didn't copyright strike me. But.
Oh, great!
You like that? It's pretty good, right?
I like that. When they fought with the World Wildlife Federation, I'm like, you guys really gonna fight that to keep the name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just so you know, Toe, Queen Tiger is sitting here behind me calling you a dork because you said that with an L.
Yeah. Yeah, Queen Tiger doesn't understand copyright claims and strikes. WWE is the type of people to put a strike on us, not just a copyright claim.
Oh yeah. Hey, Mom, you're in my Google account.
Is that
Get
it?
back into yours.
Yeah, your mom's in your Great Lakes account. I see that. Well, welcome in, Miss Betty. How are you? So Great Lakes. Let's dive right into it because I know you got to get to being with your family. So, what you got going on? What you up here for tonight?
Well, a couple things. There's we could do an hours long show on just what happened today. Long story short, there was a civil protection order hearing today. I was never served. I found out about accident, so I showed up for court today, and they're like, "Oh, we're rescheduling it anyway, so we got it pushed out to June 3rd." Then I got the runaround from Toledo Police Department on who to serve, a demand for return of property, and I met the chief of police today. Finally, he literally walked right in front of us when we were on our way back to our car, and we had ourselves an interesting interaction.
And what happened with that? Is there some beam footage for that?
There is some B-roll footage for that.
Amazing.
Always record all the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, so you've been looking for the chief of police for a year. He's been avoiding your calls, your emails, your hollers at him through his window outside the safety building, all that good shit, right?
Yeah, I'm throwing pebbles up at his window and nothing.
Clickety clack and all that good
Right.
shit, right?
I was blaring Careless Whisper outside. It's nothing.
Great. But
I'm going to do that. I'm going to get a boombox. I'm going to blast that with a sign. It says, "Chief Crawl, please love me."
So obviously Chief Carl didn't do his homework and didn't never see a picture of Mr. Great Lakes Audits.
Well, in his defense, I did shave. I did shave, so I look a lot different.
Did you go all prettied up to your court appearance, man?
Yeah, no ramen noodle hoodie, so.
Oh, you didn't wear the ramen noodle hoodie?
No, I was trying to go incognito.
Great. And you was with Mom Call Mom Audits?
Yeah,
I
was with Call My Mom. We were down there. We spent like 7 hours down there with everything that we had to do.
Right. So let's get into it. Aaron's got a video, and we're gonna premiere this here on the Road and Tow Show. He has not put this on his channel yet until after we premiere it here on the Road and Tow Show, and then he's gonna publish it, drop it on his channel. So you guys are getting to see it first here on the Road and Tow Show, like a lot of things that we do over here. Let me get it pulled up here. There we go.
What's up, Great Lakes fam? It's your boy Great Lakes Audits here, and my mother and I went downtown today. I had court this morning for a civil protection order. Was trying to get my property back, my phone, my mount, and my microphone and everything. So we had a demand of return of property. I called the property room. They said the officer that took it in and cataloged it has to sign the return, which that's Darnell Peters. That ain't happening. I've tried getting a hold of his lieutenant and then the on-duty lieutenant today, and they were out on the road, so it wasn't going to happen. They said, call back down to the record, or down to the property room. I called back to the property room downtown. They said, file the paperwork with the records department and give them the paperwork. They'll sign it, stamp it, whatever, and then they'll put it to the proper place. Tried doing that, and Officer Middleton stopped us at the door, wouldn't let us in, and said, it's going to be a while, but you should probably just do that through IA. This is after IA's already said property. So went back to IA. IA's like, no, don't have time for it. I got a meeting, I got a meeting at 1 o'clock, go do this, and that's where you need to go. So my mom and I went to Toledo Municipal Court, and as we're leaving, getting ready to go back to our cars to call it a day, Toledo Police Chief Crawl, George Crawl, Kral, literally walked right in front of us. And, well, this happened.
Oh, what is his name? Is that the chief? Is that chief? That's the chief? Chief Crawl? Hey, how you doing, Chief?
Sorry, it's a little loud here, guys. Sorry.
I'm trying to serve a demand letter for return of property. I'm getting a runaround. I'd like to serve that to you right now, please.
What are you talking about?
Demand for recovery of property for a cell phone that was taken and an illegal arrest April 29th.
Who's the detective?
There's no detective attached to it. Here's the demand for return. If you will please sign for receipt of this, I would appreciate it. And Internal Affairs is running me around too. Are you denying this request, sir? Chief Call, you won't talk to me at all. Why not? You're a public servant. Your oath is to us. Fucking Chief Call. Oh, that's beautiful. That's Chief Call, Chief of Police.
All right, guys, and here is that very demand for property return that I tried serving the chief, that he refused to accept, that I have now had to send certified overnight mail, receipt required, signature required, all that good stuff. So, Chief Carl, the ball's in your court. Could have made this a lot easier had you just accepted it then. I mean, it's written to you, but you didn't. So now it's the process that we have to take. So if I don't get my property back by the end of business Wednesday, 5 p.m. Wednesday, Thursday morning, I will go file a civil rights lawsuit. I'll already be downtown as it is. So, you know, what's one more thing to do? Ball's in your court. All right, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself and each other. See you.
All right. So everybody, that video, I know you guys watched it here on the premiere for Great Lakes Audits, but go over when Great Lakes drops it on his channel and make sure you hit the like and comment so we can keep it moving to get out to more and more people. Great Lakes, you got some more on that? You want to tell us a little bit more before you go?
Yeah, so the purpose of that is they still have my cell phone, and it was entered as evidence even after Darnell Peters said the feds took it. So he lied about where it was. I eventually found it. So now they're just keeping it from me. There is nothing on there that warrants them getting into that phone. There's nothing on there that if they want access to it and they have something specific, I'll give it to them. I don't mind that. I'm going to make them ask me for it, and then we're going to do it together. I'll give it to them. It's not a problem. But I have stuff on there, sensitive information on there of an investigation I've been doing for the past year, basically, that I need that back. It's affecting my investigation that I'm doing on something completely separate from this, as well as something else I've been doing since July of last year. So now Cybercrimes has my phone. So now it's a matter of if they access my phone or not. They're going to violate the law if they don't do things right. I'm not going to tip my hand at everything, but what's going on is they're just jerking me around.
So you think they already hacked your phone without a warrant?
I doubt they've gotten into it yet, but if they've gotten into my phone as of today, they did so without a warrant. That's what we went to the court for, is to see if they did get a warrant. And I have a certified stamped copy of the log for my case that does not show any kind of warrants that have been requested and approved to access my phone.
And they have to have that, right? Because I mean, nothing to this court case. I mean, it's not even in your phone because it was live, right? So it probably didn't even save in your phone, right?
Well, the officer states everything happened in his presence. So if that's the case, my phone means nothing to them. It'll all be on his body camera. I'll be on his dash camera. I'll be his sworn declaration.
Right. So they have no cause to really have your phone at all.
Exactly.
Other than to just be nefarious and break into it and see what you have, or try to put some kind of tracker in it so they can track you, right?
Exactly.
Get it? I get it. That's some dirty ass shit, man. I mean, me and you've had the long talks over and over again about Toledo police, man. And Toledo police are some dirty bastards, man.
Yeah, you know about 80% of what well, you keep saying Lakeside. Hey, for public safety, it's Toledo police, Toledo. Lakeside. It is Lakeside. We are Lakeside though.
Yeah,
that's
right.
accurate. Yeah. Right up against Lake Erie. But yeah, man, if they get in it's a perjured declaration. So if they do, what's up, Wolfie? If they do get into my phone, everything getting into it is for no reason except to get in and see what's in there. And them doing so, if they get into my phone, they will have access to all kinds of confidential information. And according to 42 USC 2000 AA B, they can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely a violation. I almost hope they get into it. I almost do. That way, that's just more than I can add to the case. But I don't want them to get in there.
Can you get a hold of your provider and ask them if they've submitted like a what the hell with that, like a subpoena to get into your phone?
A subpoena or a warrant? Well, they can't get it because it's
for your call logs and whatnot.
Oh, I might be able to, but then again, that would be a warrant or a subpoena that would be filed on my case, and there's nothing there.
Well, we both know that Toledo's not going to do shit the right way. They're going to do shit the backdoor, good old boy way.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've talked about a lot of this case, and you know exactly all the stuff most of what's going on, right. And everything is just underhanded and deceitful and just an absolute bunch of BS. So, yeah, but it's password protected. So hopefully, most of my stuff is not easy to find. It may be mislabeled or, in a locked folder here or there with a completely different password, or multiple folders with multiple passwords. So it won't be easy to get into, but once they get in, they'll be able to backdoor into all of it.
Right.
And that's what we don't want.
No, you don't want them to backdoor get into your phone at all. Oh shit, there was something I was going to ask you about it. Oh, fuck me. I got sidetracked there for a second. Oh, shit. So, well, I mean, if nothing else, man, I mean, you learned a lesson. I mean, obviously you got a little cheap ass phone right now because everybody knows your camera don't work.
Well, it looks just fine.
Yeah, right. Look at that thing. Yeah, that's great. Great picture. But yeah, you need to have a backup phone. I mean, not have all that stuff that you have on that phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do have good news. My cell provider is going to get me the same kind of phone I had that the cops took, and at no additional cost, but it's cost me $150 more than what it would have cost to do an insurance claim to do all this crap. But I will be without a phone for a few days while it's shipped to them, and then they receive it and ship one back. So that's the downside. But on the positive note is I'll get my stuff back. I'll at least get that type of phone back, and it's a great phone. So I mean, if they don't give you your phone back, you're going to lose all your data that you have in it. Yeah, I got so much information on there. A lot of it's backed up other places. Yeah. But there's videos on there that I need. There's pictures of my kids on there, my family that I want. And if they're keeping my phone, that's a whole other story.
You sent me an email a while back. You remember that, don't you?
Which email?
A real long email.
Oh, God. I've sent a lot of really long emails.
Just in case they were watching. Remember, you sent me a real long email. Is that some of the data? Because remember, I have it.
Yeah, that's some. Yeah. Yes. That's some of it.
I still have all that. Just saying.
Yep. Yep,
I
I've got
haven't
that
deleted
backed
that.
up. Yep, I've got that backed up somewhere else as well.
Why
And
don't you
there's
just
more
say
that
that some more, Toe? That you got all his back. Come on, dude.
there's more, there's more of it that's been backed up other places. It's split up amongst 3 people, so
Okay.
no
on.
one person has all of it. There's
Yeah,
a lot of stuff there, man. There's a lot of stuff.
I went all secretive and then I spilled the beans anyway. I know, whatever.
Oh man, well, it's roughly 100 pages or so of information that you've got, and there's no one's got a right to it. They don't know what the information is, so they could try. Well, we need to subpoena what you've got. Well, you need to specify exactly what it is for a subpoena. Yeah. There's a lot of information that's out there, guys. Like, what's up, AFA? What's up, Wolvie? What's up, YouTube? There's a lot of stuff involved in this case. It's been going on since March of last year, and I've built a pretty strong case, and they have no idea what to expect, and I think they're kind of scared now.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're getting scared. That's why they wanted that phone. I mean, it has nothing to do with what they got you on now. They want that phone because they want to see what you got.
Yep.
That's the whole point behind that. I mean, anybody can see that.
Yep. And Thursday we're going to file. If I don't get it by Wednesday, we will file the civil rights lawsuit as well as an action within the county courts to demand return of my property. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's gonna be a long, hard fight, but I've never walked away from a fight.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do sometimes, right? So, I mean, they pressed this upon you. You know what I mean? They
drew first blood.
Yeah, drew first blood or released the animal, I should say, or whatever. So it's on them now. Now they have to deal with it.
Yep. And in the process, they've created more auditors in the Toledo area. It's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Show someone, no, that ain't me. I'm just too dumb to stop when it gets close.
Right.
Nothing worse than someone that's got the tenacity and the knowledge and time to do it. That's just absolute nightmare to people that are trying to screw someone over, and that's us.
Right. What's up, American Amy? Welcome in.
Well, my wife is calling. She's not feeling so great. I'm gonna head down with her. I'm gonna be watching you guys, and I'll be in the comments. Okay. Mom, can I have my YouTube channel back, please?
Just go under it, and then no one will know who's who. They'll be like, you'll be talking, your mom will be talking, no one will know.
Right. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. I'm gonna make that video live right now, and I'll be in the chat, guys. I appreciate you all so much.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you for letting us premiere it up here, man.
Oh, it's my pleasure. You guys are amazing.
All right, man. We'll talk to you soon, GLA.
All right. Be safe, guys.
Yep. Have a good night. All right. Do we got Dragonette for a full couple minutes?
I am sorry. I'm having issues with my phone, and
Okay.
I'm late. Apologies.
No. Well, we had to move. We had to move Great Lakes up into our '1 spot. You were there, but we had to move him because he had to leave early.
Okay.
His wife's sick, so he had to go help his wife.
Oh, I'm sorry that she's sick.
Yeah. So what I said earlier, everybody, is that we had a couple auditors that had court. Obviously, GLA was one. Number 2 auditor that had court date today was Miss Dragonette Transparency. If you guys don't know Dragonette, I'm sure you guys know, but I'm going to say it, sound like a broken record. But Dragonette was arrested a couple weeks ago for filming a school bus, making sure it was following all the traffic laws of her state. And she was arrested because some people's feelings got hurt because they thought they were filming her kids. So, and Dragonette had her first court date today. I want to say, I'm going to let Dragonette tell you because I don't want to misspeak on it. So, Dragonette, you got the floor. Go ahead and tell your story about what happened today and what it was for and all that.
Okay, today it was the hearing for the restraining orders. There were 2 restraining orders, husband and wife, who were really the only ones I had issue with. Actually, it was just the man that I had an issue with. I don't even remember seeing his wife, but they filed the stalking charges and the restraining orders on me. And today was the restraining order hearing, and I told the judge I was, prepared to resolve it today, but the judge, maybe in his way, thinking of my best interest, since I've never been arrested and have never been a defendant in a court action, he decided that I needed the opportunity to have an attorney. And since this restraining order hearing was set before the case hearing, which is next month, where they assign you a public defender if you're eligible, um, the judge decided to reschedule the restraining order hearing for after next month. So I go in July on the restraining orders that were today, and June for the actual stalking charges, which, by the way, are ridiculous, but that'll all come out in court. So I imagine I'll appear the 29th of June, and they will just give me a court-appointed attorney, or if I do not meet the guidelines, then I'll have to try and get my own attorney. But then the following month will be the restraining order hearing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that in a few months, this whole thing is going to clear up.
And we all know what a public defender means.
Yeah.
I mean,
it means I have to teach him how to do his job.
Right.
He's the mouthpiece, basically. Of course, he will have the abilities to file paperwork that I know of that can be filed, but I am not in a position of court to file them. So he's going to be, he or she will be helpful to me, but I'm not totally depending on a court appointed attorney. Usually they are attorneys freshly from school, or just lounging around, retired, so forth. Nothing bad about the attorneys, but they're not of the highest quality. So when you're in a position like that, you need to know the laws yourself and kind of guide the attorney to which direction you want, versus allowing an attorney to speak over you and convince you to settle for something that you're not willing in your mind to settle for.
And right now, you're not getting no help from your family.
No, my family has I'll just say it, they've separated from me because they never did like the activism to begin with, and with the public release prematurely from the sheriff's department, my family was so embarrassed by my name and everything, and pictures and photos being in the news, and my daughter, my only child, was texted and emailed by people harassing her. It's just been a big embarrassment, and they've sort of turned their backs to wait to see what's going to happen.
So, and you're married, right, Miss Dragonette?
Yes, I've been married 31 years. Yeah, but
30.
he's kind of separated
And
too.
you're
So
and you were a stay-at-home mom and a homemaker, so you have no income other than your husband's income, and he's not trying to help you with a lawyer or nothing.
correct, correct. Yes. I was a teacher years ago, but I didn't really like that profession. But um, yes, since I had my daughter and she's 30, yeah, I've just been a stay-at-home mother even after she married and moved on. I've just been, a housewife, so to speak, and then I've taken up the activism. But yeah, I depend on his income. He provides the roof, food, so forth. But he has stated repeatedly that I got myself into this. I'll have to get myself out. In fact, when I was arrested, he slept that night because he had to go to work the next morning. And had it not been for you all getting my bail, I would probably still be there.
Right.
And I mean, not really joking about that.
That
that
was
is the truth.
and big shout out to accountability for all for staying up late that night with a live
Right,
stream to help Dragonette get it post her bond.
right.
For
I
Terry driving
called
that.
Heather. I called Heather, and then I called her back, and I said, I've never been in trouble. They should release me on my own recognizance, and don't worry about the bail. And she said, "Hun, we've already raised it," and that just floored me right there. And then to find out that they consider these charges so severe, even though I didn't do anything, that they gave me a bond anyway, instead of releasing me on my own. And again, I'm 65 years old, and I've never even had a ticket. Well, I take that back. I think when I was 17, I may have had a ticket, but
Oh,
yeah, for like going through what I said was a yellow light, but the officer said it was red. But that is the only thing that I've ever done.
you mean they had traffic lights when you were 17?
Well, yeah, whenever the
I'm just
carriages with the horses moved.
I'm just joking, dragging that. I just thought
Oh,
of making
yeah.
funny out of it.
Hey, a funny little thing. Did you know that Tennessee state law has still got a law on the books that when you approach a uh, a crossroad, that you're supposed to blow the horn to warn the horses that you're coming through with a car? That law is still on
That's
the
like Dallas.
books.
Dallas actually has it on the books that you're supposed to get out of your car, fire your gun in the air, and then proceed through. That gives you the right of way.
Uh,
There
yeah.
used to be a guy that used to go around and actually fight these old laws like that. And he
Yeah.
went out there with a starter pistol and got arrested for it. And he fought it. I don't know if they removed it or not, but yeah, it was a law up until I know at least the mid '90s.
Could you
Right.
imagine? Could you
You would
imagine
think
that?
some of those laws would either have to be renewed or drop off the books. I mean, they should set a deadline. If they create a law, they should set a deadline for that law to be reviewed and either renewed or automatically drop off the books. That, I mean, to me, that just makes sense. I mean, they're
Well,
keeping 100-year-old laws on books and making these new ones. No wonder nobody knows what the laws are.
mhm. So, I mean, Dragonette is her own person, but she could use the help. So if you guys see that you need to help her out, I'm sure she has over on her about section of her channel, probably her Cash App or whatever. But she needs a better lawyer than a public defender. I mean, we all know that.
That
Public defender is not going to do shit for her besides, he's just going to do whatever's easiest for him to get in and out of there, which is not going to be good for Dragonette. And she's
Right.
looking at
That is true. And to be honest, I already have so much on this department that to just basically blow it wide open, but I cannot get past the system, past the process, and not having an attorney is slowing me down. And thinking of a public defender is just, you know, I know I'm going to have to teach him what his job is first and then try and move along that way. But so much could happen if I could get an attorney.
right.
Um,
And I don't know if you've seen that what Road Dog pinned up there, but
no, I don't.
for public safety said to call him after the show.
Oh,
would.
okay. Yes, and I want to thank him. He is actually the one that was able to help me get my evidence submitted. Unfortunately, at today's hearing, the video recording that I turned in is missing. So I have to make more copies of that to take. So, but I wanted to thank him for helping me get that information turned in before today.
Well, we all know that's what the family does around here, so we try to help
Of
out the best
course.
we can.
Yes, and if anyone needs help from me, I'm not very good at a lot of things, but I can read and decipher. Not numbers, but I can decipher some of the laws. So if anyone wants to, my email is on my about page. I'd be glad to help anybody.
I'm only good at 3 things, Dragonette: driving a tow truck, electrical, and getting on YouTube talking shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's it.
Well, 4 things. You make a pretty good friend.
Oh, thank you. And so do you.
Yeah, but that made him to where he couldn't drive a tow truck as soon as he became friends.
Oh.
He could only handle 3 things at a time.
Yeah,
that's, yeah.
That's my ADHD or whatever they call that shit, you know.
Yeah. Well, see, I was a little angry this morning because I was ready this morning. I mean, I was ready to eat bear. And I knew that they could have had my trial today and I would have won. I know that. But then I get there and I wait 2 hours and it's just dismissed and not dismissed, but prolonged. And you know, it just makes me sad because now I've got to work up the same amount of energy to get there next month.
Well, we're gonna try to help you out. I'm sure for public safety's got some good info. I know Great Lakes Audits is gonna try to help you out. Of course, the guy that just popped into your left of you there, I'm sure he's gonna try to help you out.
Yeah. Hello, AFF.
What's going on, Sweet Pea?
How you doing?
AF Attorney is here to let you know that the granny is spanking government Fanny and he loves you.
Oh, thank you. Hey, I could spank that Fanny really good if I can get some.
Are you talking? Is that an offer for me personally? Because I'm just saying.
It's been a while, right, Josh?
It's been a while.
So we got a couple more updates. We got 2 more updates to go through real fast. These ones are going to be really fast. The people aren't on panel. One of them for sure is in chat. The other one said he was going to be in chat. He may not be chatting. He may be lurking. One update is our buddy, the Bamley man, NC Tyrant Hunter. He had a court date today. He went all the way to his court date, sick as a dog, barely being able to even drive there. He went into the courthouse. He sat in the hall, and they postponed his court date. So that's the update on NC Tyrant Hunter. I'm sure he'll come out on his next live and give you everybody the rest of the details about it. but NC Tyrant Hunter, and his court date was just a quick, just to let everybody know, it's just a preliminary thing. So, but that's what that is. Second up, or the last update we have is for our other family member, the Chuck B, Chucky fucking Bronson, and he is out. If you don't know already, Chuck Bronson did get released. They had to bail him out. He got out the next day. He said roughly 8 to 10 hours. He was there for. He got out. He went today. OGI, if you guys don't know, Open Government Investigations was streaming it live. Got some of his property back. They took 4 phones, his GoPro, all his GoPro equipment stuff, his radio, and a whole bunch of other shit. Yeah. Oh, they took a whole bunch of. They took like 3 selfie sticks and his phone holder that he always films his lives with. He did get 3 out of the 4 phones back. His radio, his GoPro stuff. They kept his phone.
His car.
Yeah, they towed his car. Yes, they did tow his car, and people helped. I think a little bit getting his car back too. And I think they actually went back to his car and got more stuff out of it even after the initial tow. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. So he got 3 of his phones back. The phone that he usually does his live streams on is the one that they still have. They also have, like I said, his rig, and they kept his selfie sticks. Why they got in his vehicle and took his selfie sticks out?
They're penetrating themselves with them. That's exactly.
Yeah, that was my thought.
I don't know if they're trying to.
They're not of any value. Why take those? And there's absolutely no evidence on those.
Like he could walk, or he could literally drive his car down to Walmart and buy that same selfie stick for probably $8. You know what I mean?
No, he can't. He got his selfie sticks specially made years ago from a guy in New York. I mean, literally, they're put together like they're not normal selfie sticks. They're assembled. They're really, really good.
Oh, are they?
Oh,
I didn't know all that.
Somebody wanted those.
So we have the expert AFA. I didn't know. I thought they were just like $8 selfie sticks from Walmart. You know what I mean?
No, those are the real deal Holyfields.
Okay, gotcha. So, anyways, that's the quick update on Chuck Bronson. He did tell me something about he will be going live maybe tomorrow, not sure, with American Amy and Lady Justice, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll tell you more about his situation at that
point.
All
right.
So
yes,
I told him I was going to keep it short and sweet. I also told NC Tyrant Hunter I was going to keep it short and sweet on them too. Let them till they're ready to come out and let everybody know what's going on.
Shout out to everyone that donated to Chuck as well, because I mean I think his bail in cash was like $150. To get his car back was $225. So I mean, if you look at it this way, the government's not really getting anything done because he walked away from this situation with more people aware of who he is and more money that he had when he got arrested. I mean,
well, what I want to say is I heard something about, and I could be wrong, and I didn't hear this from Chuck. I should have asked him when I talked to him earlier, but it was 225 is what they originally said, and then they got there and it was like 300 or something. Is what I was told.
That could be the case.
Or I seen something
to him before he got his car back. Yeah, that could be. Yeah. That could be true.
Yeah, like they bumped it up on him, like just from the time that he called to the time he got over there to pay for it.
Yeah, don't they always?
Oh yeah. I mean, and I've been in the towing business. I towed for many police municipalities around the greater Toledo area, and I mean sometimes that happens. The company. Unfortunately, the company I work for, the guy was fair, and he only charged what he was told to charge, and he didn't add extras onto it and things like that. He was a straight shooter, the guy that owned the company that I work for. So
out there stealing people's cars without due process. Shame on you, tyrant.
That's why he's no longer the tow truck.
No, that's not why there was no money in it.
No, they kicked you out because you weren't making the money by frauding people with with
Right.
stealing their property.
Oh man, 2A granny specking that fanny. Oh no.
Hey, I told you, I've still not went to sleep. I've just been super hyped up. I read my daughter gave me a leather bound book of the United States Constitution, and it also has all the presidents up to but it's got all their speeches and everything. I read that whole thing last night, and I went over laws and case law, and I was really prepared this morning. Now, next month, I probably will sleep in.
Yeah, and Angel, I think it was Angel. I did not work for the Blue Line. I worked for a towing company that had a contract with the Blue Lines.
Blue Line Towing.
So I didn't work for the Blue Line, no. But I have. Oh, I didn't. I mean, I can't say.
See, that's why they kicked you out.
Yeah, they probably did.
Yeah.
I do know this, that if they knew what my life is now, they probably wouldn't let me back in.
Probably.
I mean,
You can tow me any day.
Yeah, you know it. You know it, big boy.
About time Lucky Laptop shows up.
Right on. So that was our updates. Road Dog, you say you have a video. Why don't you tell us about it? Because you didn't tell me about it.
I didn't know about it. I got the message from AFA just a while ago. He's going to allow us to premiere a video. We're not going to watch the whole thing. The reason why it's 28 minutes long, but we are going to play the first few minutes of it, kind of get your taste buds ready for what's coming. He will be releasing it tomorrow, but we're going to watch the first few minutes of it.
I called James Freeman and asked him, because in this video, the city administrator, she was working the front desk, like, to say hello to people and shit. So now she's actually more powerful than the mayor, because the city administrator runs the city council, and this is one of the largest cities in Massachusetts. She was so upset that I was filming, she resigned on camera. And I called James Freeman. He's like, I've never heard of that happening ever. Resigned on camera.
Wow.
I wonder
Wish
if
we had more people doing that.
and then the city attorney stole candy from us.
Oh.
Oh man, you can't film me. Now I'm upset. Now
I got you. I got you, all right?
That's fine. Go ahead. But I will tell you that you're going to create some personal space.
You're right. No, he can write my face, so I might as well get yours. How do you like that?
Okay, good. Buddy, I don't think you're going to like what... I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
I don't want to be recorded.
Okay. We appreciate the request.
I don't want to be recorded. I'm going to excuse myself.
Okay. Yeah, there's no expectation of privacy, so you may not want to be recorded, but you work in a public capacity, ma'am.
Can I please be excused? What are you recording?
We're recording the building. There's no expectation of privacy in public.
Okay, so if I resign, could you take me out of that? I don't want to be recorded.
Have you resigned, ma'am? We're not here for you to get upset. We're just taking pictures of the building.
I don't want pictures of myself. So if I resigned, then you could not take any.
Well, no,
there's
photos.
Is that correct?
No, there's no expectation of privacy in public.
There is, though, if I'm not an employee.
No, that's not true. Anywhere in public you can be filmed. Like this camera's right above you.
Okay, can I please be? Oh, I'm sorry.
So this
Right
is
here, you're welcome in this space here.
we wasn't going out.
But this is private space. You're fine
I mean,
where you are.
you have to have a sign. I mean, you're the city lawyer. Come on, you should know this, man.
Excuse me, that's for customers. Thank you. Have a nice day, gentlemen.
Did you just steal candy from the people?
No, I bought the candy. If you want a piece of candy from me, you should ask.
Oh yeah, you got to
If you ask
ask.
politely, I'll give you a piece of candy.
May I have a piece of candy?
Absolutely.
Look at that. See,
There
we're
you
building
go.
bridges.
All right. Have a great day, gentlemen.
All right, Frank. You too.
Okay, would you like a piece of candy?
No, thanks.
I'm
I'm
sorry, I
good.
didn't ask you.
No, I'm fine. Thank
Okay,
you.
all right.
The only thing I like is personal space. So don't get in mine. I won't get in yours. Okay, fair enough.
I didn't think I got you in
Okay.
personal space.
Well, we don't want to restrict my free movement, right? Because that would be what? You know the
I-
law, Fourth Amendment violation,
I
right?
didn't-
All right, cool.
What can I do for you?
I'm good. I mean, I was
Excellent,
fine until
excellent.
you came out and chatted with me.
All right. Well, there we go. Okay.
So we were just explaining to the city attorney that, you know, the Fourth Amendment isn't just your right to be secure in your papers, persons, and effects. Your right to be secure within your travel.
You should know that.
Yeah. Right, Frank? We're getting there. I do offer classes.
Excellent. Good for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So, do you know what the First Amendment is? I'm sure you must,
You know
right?
what? I wasn't prepared for a quiz today.
Well,
I do have work to
you're a
do.
city attorney. You
I
know
do
the
have
First
work to
Amendment?
do.
The
I
First
do have work
Amendment.
to do.
What is it? Come on. Freedom of speech
Gentlemen,
bells.
Have a nice day.
Right to peaceably assemble.
Gentlemen, have a nice day.
Redress your grievances.
Have a nice day, gentlemen.
Peaceful
Have a
protest.
nice day.
And there goes the city attorney. Yo, get your hands off of him. Get your hands off of him now.
What are you gonna do?
Listen, you don't want. You're gonna step away from him. That's assault. That's assault. That's assault and battery. That's assault and battery. Assault and battery. Assault and battery. That's assault and battery. Keep your hands off
You know
him.
what assault and battery is? I'll show you.
Do you want to find out? That's a threat? Threat to commit a crime?
Two clowns.
Hey,
Two
guys,
clowns.
can I?
Bye.
Gentlemen,
Bye. Transportation. You scared me.
Sorry, I was like, wait, who's talking outside?
No, just us.
Oh, what can I help you with?
No, we're just taking a look around. We're good. Thank you very much.
Do you work for the city or are you just
No.
constituents?
No.
Okay, so we're still closed. City Hall, we're still.
You're still.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know.
Yeah.
Right now, okay?
Mhm.
I have a huge audience that's worldwide. So, assume that we know what we're doing and we did our homework before we came here. Do you want to try again? The city hall is closed.
Well, basically, you have to have an appointment.
No, you don't. No, you don't. See, I was going to go in there anyways, and they have them over there. So anywhere there's a do not enter sign, we wouldn't
Yeah.
enter.
Can I help
But-
you with anything? Are you reporting or?
No, we're good.
Oh,
I mean-
well, I don't give you
All right.
permission. I don't report. I don't.
No,
give
the
permission.
mask mandate's been lifted. Thanks anyways, though.
Yeah. All right.
Appreciate it.
I don't give permission to record, so.
You don't?
No.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. What's going on, guys? Today we're at the Somerville City Hall. Let's see how they do with police state transparency.
Okay, to finish seeing the rest of it, you're going to have to wait till tomorrow when AFA releases it.
And he just answered my question. It's police state transparency.
Well, yeah,
That's
so
who's with them?
it's Police State Productions now because he was having a hard time showing up in the search queue with Police State Transparency. So Police State Productions, it's the channel with I think 400 something subscribers, but he's in my biggest video. I've been filming with him for years. He's an undiscovered gem. The guy's awesome.
So if the mods, any of the mods have that channel or can find that channel, can you guys drop that in the link? I seen somebody ask for it.
Yeah, I was laughing so hard and she's like, I'm gonna resign. I'm gonna resign. At the end of it, I went back in and she 100% walked into the mayor's office and handed in a resignation.
Oh wow.
I can't help
I started laughing with the candy, dude. How he just straight took candy out of dude's hand. That shit was funny as hell.
Did you see what he did? He's like, can I have a piece of candy? And as soon as the attorney gave him the candy, he said, I don't want it. And he threw it back.
I thought that was funny.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
That's gonna be a great video. Everybody, you gotta go over to Accountability for All and check that out tomorrow. That is gonna be
Who knows? It might not do anything. A video like that should go viral because it's besides the intro, it's 24 minutes of nonstop. Everyone that I come in contact with has a huge problem.
that is crazy.
It's fun. Like you can have fun doing this stuff. Like people get lost in the seriousness of like activism and auditing. Like you can have fun doing this stuff.
Oh, I gotta do it before Josh does.
B-A-N-A-N-A-R.
Fucker.
Hi, Banana.
Nana's got some family stuff going on, so if everyone could give her some well wishes, thoughts, and prayers, that
Oh,
would be great because she's kind of going through it right now. So if everyone could send their love.
Right on. Speaking of that, so since we'll just be on the prayer cake today, so everybody throw your prayers up to NC Tyrant Hunter. He's under the weather. So is his wife and his kids. So let's throw the prayers up to NC Tyrant Hunter. Throw the prayers up to American Justice of Texas. She hasn't been feeling good for the last 3 days. Also, throw your prayers up to Great Lakes Audits, his wife. She's under the weather too. That's why he had to jump off early.
Everyone's sick, man. Feel
Yeah.
better.
yes.
So there we go. So we're right at that point. We're gonna run the intermission. You gonna stick around there, AFA, for a little bit?
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna check on Nana, then I'll be back.
All right. Was that your phone going off while we were watching that video, or was that during your video?
No, that wasn't my phone or during the video. That was someone else's.
Oh, okay.
But you know what I wanted to say?
I was muted.
Everyone at home should know, because this is very important. I want everyone to take a deep breath. Let's all do it. In through the nose, out through the mouth. B-A-N-A-N-E-R.
All right.
And he dropped.
Yeah, right. I know he did it. He did it me. So he dropped out like I do on Nanner show. So everybody, we're gonna run a quick intermission. We're right at our 1 hour mark. So get your smokes, get your
Don't
drinks.
say
What?
The one part. Don't say
Okay. Get your smokes, get your drinks, go to the bathroom, do what you got to do. Because just to let you know, Toe for Life quit smoking 2 days ago, so he's not even going to get his smoke.
All right.
As you
Congratulations.
guys can see, I've been on camera for an hour and I have not lit up a cigarette. So I have
Very
not smoked in
good.
2 days. So do what you guys got to do. The only thing I'm going to do maybe is run and go to the bathroom real quick, and we'll be back at you here in a couple minutes.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check is I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold an obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they drag the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off, I'ma break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life, better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss, just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they drag the chains, you can say no, free me. I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the ninth inning. There ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, here I'm screaming. Okay, it's a dream, and I pray as a team. One day it'll be me. If I want it, then I'll get it. Head down, don't regret it. Push myself to the limit. If I play it, then I win it. I'm just saying, I'm just living for today. For a minute, I don't stay, I just visit. Have no shame, I admit it. Looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now. Swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no potion, you're not just chosen. It takes devotion to stay composed, man. Never stop, there ain't no time to fall. Try to live, get it up, you got one life to ball. Thinking big, never small, cause you gotta want it all. When you finally get that call, you get ready, take it on. Need a handout, I already stand out. Starting to advance now, ready to expand now. You don't have a chance now, cause we're in demand now. Make it by the grand now, feeling in command now. They're looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. We may have to redo that again, Road Dog. You might have to take that accountability for all clip out and put the clip of the lady walking around in circles talking about she's gonna resign.
It's funny you said that. I actually thought that while I was watching. I walked in about the time his came up.
Right. That was pretty good. Pretty good. Welcome back, everybody. All you that are still here with us. Thanks for sticking with us. So we got some other stuff coming at you. Road Dog's got a couple videos. He's got a couple things that he found to talk about. So Road Dog, your floor now.
Well, I wanted to kind of cover all the mass shootings that happened this weekend. I don't know if everybody's heard about them all. But there was at least 4 that I've actually came across. There was one in Buffalo, New York, where 10 people were killed. and 3 people injured. And there was another one. Where was that other one at? In Milwaukee. And then we had one in Houston that left 2 dead, 3 injured. I'm not sure how many were. I know there was a total. The one in Milwaukee, there was a total of 21 people shot. And then we also had one in Orange County where at least 1 person was killed and 5 others. So it's like, what the hell happened over the weekend? Now, the one in Buffalo, from what our great Heather Holt had found out, was that apparently he was questioned a year ago by a terrorist group and released. So it's like, okay, what the hell? What exactly happened on that? Has anybody heard about all that? Okay, Lucky Laptop said he had a shooting close to him.
Yeah, I heard about a little bit of it. Like, I didn't, like, in the details.
Yeah, this guy showed up. The one in Buffalo, that's the one I know the most about. The guy showed up in full armor, full military grade armor. And I guess the security guard took 2 to 3 shots at him. And of course, he was shot and killed.
AJ's still having trouble hearing you. I don't know if you caught that, Road Dog. She said you're low on her end.
What about on your end?
A little bit low, not crazy, but
that's weird.
I got headset on. She probably don't. So,
all right, is that any better?
No, that's worse.
That's worse.
Okay, yeah, I figured it would be. Let me try to turn me up here. All right, what about now?
Better.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess Heather's saying that they can hear me just fine. But apparently, one of the people that were shot and killed in Buffalo was the former fire commissioner's mother. So I have a feeling they're going to really play it off on that about her. But we do have some news footage from it. Let me go ahead and play these.
Good evening. We begin tonight in Buffalo, New York, where there is grief, shock, and anger after a gunman wearing tactical gear and a live streaming camera killed 10 people and wounded 3 others in a racially motivated shooting rampage at a busy supermarket in a black neighborhood. In Buffalo, New York, a community mourns, remembering the 10 people killed in what officials call a racist hate crime Saturday at Top Supermarket. 3 other victims are recovering from their injuries.
The thought that somebody would hate enough to come into this area and this Top and kill anybody was just, I can't even explain to you the pain that I feel. I couldn't even sleep.
Among those killed, 86-year-old Ruth Whitfield, described by her son as a mother to the motherless. Pearlie Young, age 77, who ran a food pantry for 25 years. And Aaron Salter Jr., a retired police officer and longtime supermarket security guard, called a hero for trying to take down the assailant. 10 of the 13 people shot were black.
This individual came here with the expressed purpose of taking as many black lives as he possibly could.
The suspect, Peyton Gendron, was arraigned hours after the shooting. He pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder. Officials say the alleged gunman drove to Buffalo from his hometown 200 miles away and live-streamed the attack online. Eyewitnesses say they watched him shoot 4 people outside the store, then continue the attack inside.
I heard at least 20 shots in store.
He then put a gun to his neck, but officials say police officers convinced him to drop it. He was apprehended and transferred to Buffalo Police Headquarters. After the shooting, a manifesto surfaced online, which authorities say they believe the suspect wrote. It cited the racist Great Replacement theory, the false idea that whites are being replaced by people of color and that it will result in the extinction of the white race.
This was no other way to describe it than white supremacy terrorism. It's racism, it's hatred.
For more now on the role of extremism and white supremacy in the Buffalo shooting, I'm joined by Kathleen Belew. She is author of Bring the War Home, The White Power Movement and Paramilitary America. She's also an assistant professor of history at the University of Chicago. It's good to have you with us. And the Buffalo suspects, his alleged writing about white replacement theory, it, as you well know, is very similar to what we've seen in mass shootings involving other far-right white supremacist gunmen. Help us understand the parallels and why this is so pervasive.
So one thing I would start with is just to know that when we say manifesto, we're not trying to convey any kind of authority on this document. What is going around as the Buffalo Manifesto is really a cut and paste of a number of other similar documents, most notably the document written and circulated by the gunman in Christchurch, New Zealand, when he opened fire on 2 mosques there a few years ago. The same language comes up when these documents are circulated by shooters who seem to be targeting very different communities, such as worshipers at mosques in New Zealand, shoppers in Mexican American and Mexican communities in El Paso, Texas. We could think of the Tree of Life shooting in Pittsburgh, the Charleston shooting of Bible study worshipers. All of these seem to be one-off events carried out by lone gunmen, when in fact they are all perpetrated by people who share an ideology. They're all part of the organized white power movement. It's a movement that is at war on our democracy and on these targeted communities in ways that are with us in inescapable ways.
I want to ask you about something you tweeted today, because you said there needs to be accountability both for the shooter and the broad system of ideas that gave rise to that event. On that latter point, what does accountability look like? And I ask the question because at Fox News, you've got Tucker Carlson. He has the highest rated show on cable. He talks often about the Great Replacement theory. The Republican Congresswoman, Elise Stefanik, a member of GOP House leadership, she invoked that conspiracy theory in her campaign ads last year. So you've got powerful voices in the Republican Party amplifying and legitimizing these racist conspiracy theories. So what does accountability look like?
We might add to that list Stephen Miller, when he was in the Trump administration, circulating material like Camp of the Saints, which is an openly white power novel about Great Replacement theory happening in Europe. So as a historian, I don't know if this set of people believes what they're saying or if they're trying to sort of opportunistically use this movement for their own purposes, whether that is to get their ratings or make their money or get their votes. But what we do know is that once this movement is called to arms, it does not stand back down. And one of the consequences of using this kind of rhetoric is events like the shooting in Buffalo. You can't separate one from the other, and you can't in good conscience say that you're unaware of these violent implications of that kind of language. The other thing that I would say is that real accountability means the very difficult work of connecting what seem like one-off events with the rest of this organized movement, which includes things like one part of the January 6th crowd was these activists who are highly militarized, highly organized, and undertook that action as a public performance piece of activism that was meant to recruit and radicalize exactly the people like this shooter. Now, we don't know the precise nature of the radicalization in this case. I think there's something in the document which is still being verified about this person being radicalized in January of 22.
Road dog,
but
kill
we
that.
do know that
Kill
many
that.
people were sort of brought in.
Kill that. I can't hear no more of that because all that shit that she just spouted out her mouth is all unfactual.
Well,
There's no
that's what
fact.
my whole thing is. My opinion, this was not racially motivated. I feel that it is just literally.
I mean, if they found a manifesto, I mean, if that all that's true, quotation marks, if all that's true, I mean, that's a different story. But then
Right.
to bring up January 6th and all that bullshit into it and say that was all racial and all, that's all unfounded fucking bullshit effect. So I don't even, that's why I'm not even going to give her that, her our platform. I had heard enough of it. You know, I deal with facts. I deal in facts. I don't deal in feelings. You know what I mean? And that's a feeling. That's her
Right,
feelings.
exactly. And that's kind of why I thought it was important to show that one, because
Yeah,
there was so much, there's so much stuff coming out about this,
right?
That yes, there was more blacks than whites that were killed, but there was a couple people that were white that were killed.
Yeah.
Right.
So if
And
it was racially
road
motivated,
dogs.
why did they get killed?
And road dogs. It's kind of ironic that I just looked up and there were actually 5 mass shootings on May 15th. And they just chose one to even talk about or report.
Oh
And
no,
there were
they
5.
reported one in Milwaukee, one in Houston,
Well,
one in
see, I
Orange
don't even.
County.
I've got 2 in Texas, 1 in California, and 2 in North Carolina. Now this is just May 15th.
There were mass shootings.
Yes, not all of them were death related. I mean, but they were either injuries and or fatalities, but they were all considered mass shootings because
do
there was
know-
multiple shots.
So okay, so you do know, and I was just about to bring that up. So you do know that when they do the FBI does their numbers on mass shootings or something for the year or whatever, you do know, even if it's like a double homicide, like somebody like shoots himself and then or shoots his wife and then kills himself, you know, they consider that a mass shooting, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That gets
but
tallied.
these
That gets tallied. I'm just saying,
these are
you know what I
5
mean?
or more people.
Yeah,
at one shooting.
Yeah, they tally them up in gangland shootings where they're fighting over drugs. You know
Right.
what I mean? And a couple people, they call that a mass shooting. You know what I
Right.
mean?
But
Like,
I
so
think that they
so let's
chose
not get it
one.
twisted. To me, mass shooting should be innocent mass shoot. You know what I mean? Not and
Right.
I'm not saying like the wife was innocent or not innocent. I'm saying like where someone goes to like they did at the Jason Aldean concert, where the guy was up in the damn tower and he's just taking people out,
Shooting
you
it,
know, bang,
right.
bang, 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 bang.
Right.
You know,
Random
right.
killings.
Yeah, random. There you go. So yeah, but they scare you with that rhetoric on mass shootings when it's 2 or more
Right. And
people
then they
hit.
take it and make it racially motivated, and that's to pit the white against the black people of the community so that we just don't come together.
Right there. You nailed it.
Exactly.
You nailed
If they can keep humanity apart, then we're not going to unite against the government or against, the way that things are being ran in our country now.
Oh my
it's
God,
people.
Barlap finally showed up.
Yeah, he's probably just got off work, and
Yep.
we don't want him up here because he's probably in his robe.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, he's still on restriction on being on camera. I'm just playing with you, Barlap. We love you, brother.
Now.
Heather, hey, dude, I was just watching the chat, dude, and I looked over and I seen cammed up caveman was hidden, and I went, "The fuck? Who the hell hit cammed up caveman?" And and then I read who it was by, and it was like Heather Holt, and I was like, "Well, what the fuck did caveman say?" And then I went back, he didn't say like nothing that was nefarious, and then I seen Heather unhit him, and then she was like, "Oops, caveman, sorry." She must have hit the wrong button. She's working on that phone so quick. She must have hit the wrong button.
Well, she's sidetracked anyways. We already know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's sidetracked. She's got a visitor. Heather's got a visitor.
We're not saying who, but
right. Yeah, I'm sorry, Road Dog. I didn't mean to have you. I mean, I couldn't just keep letting that, because you know what I mean. Like, so that's the same thing that they're doing. So if we play it here, that's the same thing that they're doing on the mainstream media. Is they're
Well, that's what I wanted to talk about. I think there may have been a racial part of that. I'm not going to say it's not.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But the thing is they're pushing it so hard to be a racial thing, and I don't think it needs to be. It needs to be the fact that there was 10 people killed.
10 human lives.
If you're
10
black,
human
white,
lives.
brown, pink, purple, it does not matter. That's 10 lives taken.
You do know that, and I'll say this, and this is food for thought for you people, and for people that haven't looked at it like this before. But you know that there's only one thing that says race behind it in the English language, right?
Now, what would that be?
Human race.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So when we say race,
but it's also untrue, because you got NASCAR race.
Well, I'm talking about the way it is used, though. The way that the race,
Yeah, I know.
the way
I'm
we're
teasing
using
you.
it.
I'm just giving you a hard
There's
time.
only one word, because it does not say it. When you say someone's Italian, you don't say they're Italian race. You don't say someone is European race. You say they're European. You don't say when someone's from Africa, you don't say African race. You say they're African. When someone's from Mexico, you don't say they're Mexican race. You say they're Mexican. So where we got this whole race deal? I'd like to know who they are, so I can smack they, because the only thing that we use in the English language is human race, and we're all
Mark,
we're all the human race.
My question is, Mark, did you get that deck done, or did it totally rain you out? Poor guy. He called me up. I was on my way taking Oklahoma girl, and he called me up, and I was talking to him along the way. He's like, "Yeah, I got to go. I got to get this deck done." All right, cool. He got 6 boards off, and it poured down rain on top of him.
Oh, damn. He went swimming out there. That's what
it was like, poor guy. But let me go ahead. I've got the one in Milwaukee. Let me see. That one's actually too long. Let me go ahead. I'm going to do this one right here.
Bring up some of the shorter ones. And then we can we can talk about all the other ones going on or that went on, like the ones, Dragon, that we're talking about.
In Juneau. And Bruce, you have new details on a curfew that is set to take effect tonight.
Ryan, Milwaukee police are going to be arresting and finding anyone under 21 who's caught in this entertainment district downtown after 11 p.m. And while the atmosphere this evening is pretty good, folks are out, music's playing. I was here last night covering much of what pushed the city to enforce a curfew. Just after 11 o'clock last night, police responded to this. 17 people shot near water in Juneau.
This is the experience I will never forget.
How did
it make you feel? Traumatizing.
Police say they arrested 10 people and recovered 10 guns. Everyone shot, police say, is expected to survive.
District 1 officers reported hearing bullets whizzing past their heads as they were there.
The shooting happened even though a lot of police were in the area. They'd responded to a separate triple shooting right as the Bucks game ended and a single shooting later. In all, 21 people were shot within 2 hours.
And what does that say about respect for law enforcement?
I think it goes further than respect for law enforcement. I think it goes toward respecting human life.
Police are investigating motive, and the mayor is now imposing a curfew.
I think that anything that we can do to send the message to discourage folks from coming down is a positive thing.
Anyone under 21 will be cited for being in the entertainment district after 11 at night. Last night, we spoke with these girls, ages 16, 14, and just 13. They were hanging around
the
one of
hell
the
are they
shooting
doing
scenes.
down there?
Many other young teens walked around the area late into the night as well. Some had been at the game, others had not.
I just seen a whole lot of children. I'm not used to seeing children on Water Street.
Young people trying to have fun, and others, the city believes, trying to stir up trouble.
It was horrifying. I was thinking about how many kids was outside in the midst of everything that was going on.
The youngest person shot last night, just 15 years old, and the youngest person arrested, just 19. And that fine I mentioned for breaking curfew, pretty steep, $691. Brian, back to you.
Ooh. $691 for breaking curfew.
Yeah, they're taking it serious. Holy crap! 7 Freedom decided to wake up.
You're kidding.
What, you ain't watching?
No, because I got my own thing going on.
Oh, got it. I got you. I got you.
You're kidding, right?
Okay, he finally showed up.
Oh, God.
No, I've tried to call him a couple times. Apparently, he had a pretty bad seizure, and it took a lot out of him. I called him right before we jumped into backstage, and he was still asleep.
Oh, delete that, caveman, man. Don't put that number in my chat. Come on, man. I'm like superstitious, bro. I'm just playing. You can leave it. I'm just playing with you. Yeah.
$691 for being on the street after 11 p.m. Is that ridiculous or what?
Yeah, yeah. And they should have been enforcing that anyway. You know what I mean? Them kids have no business, being down there amongst all those bars and them grown-ups at that time of night. Like look at them young girls they showed. Like, they have no business being down there. That's just a recipe for a bad situation. And I'm not talking about like shooting. I'm talking about he didn't delete it, did he? I was just playing Camden Caveman. I was just joking, bro. Yeah, I just seen that.
And your dad said he didn't ask for your 2 cents, by the way. He still loves you.
Yeah, I was just picking with the caveman. I like joking with people. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't even have to be, with the other elephant in the room in this country right now is human trafficking. Like, them young girls don't need to be down there amongst all them grown-ups and people drinking at them bars and stuff.
Exactly.
They don't know how to take care of themselves, yet, so that's just a recipe for bad news. Milwaukee should have been on that shit prior to that. So that's my take on it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Heather, when I picked up 7 Freedom yesterday, I was informed that she was coming back with me here. So when I dropped him off at the house yesterday, it was like I got rid of one and gained the other. And then he was supposed to come over today, but he had the seizure, so he wasn't able to make it. But tomorrow, if he's feeling better, we'll get on it. We're working on the plumbing at the house here.
So, Caveman,
$7,800 damn job.
So, Caveman, the question is, did you get the records that you wanted for that price? Or did they give you bullshit ass? Was it your lucky number or was it your unlucky number? That's the question. How's that? He said they charged him for public records at. No.
Nice.
So it was your unlucky number. See? Just saying. So what you got next there, Roadie Rhodes?
We got the
I
two
feel
dead,
you.
3 injured in the shooting in Houston.
I feel you, caveman. I feel you for real. I'm poor as fuck too. Yeah, go ahead, man. Roll that. Roll that.
I thought that was the name of this channel.
What? I'm poor as fuck.
It
should be. What the hell?
Karen's freak out.
At approximately 1:07 p.m. today, we received a call in regards to weapons disturbance here on Airline Drive. There was an altercation between 5 Hispanic males. The 5 Hispanic males got into a fight, which ended up them drawing guns. There are 2 deceased on scene. There are 3 Hispanic males that have been transported from here in critical condition, 1 to Houston Northwest, 1 to Ben Taub, and 1 to Memorial Hermann. We do have one of the 2 possible suspects detained on scene, and then one of the possible suspects, has been transported to the hospital. It's a very fluid scene at this time. Our homicide detectives are just arriving, so we're sorting through a lot. So it's very fluid at this time. The ages of all of them are approximately 20s, mid-20s.
Where in this? Can you show us where this happened? Was it inside the flea market?
Yes, ma'am. It was inside the flea market. Directly to my left, you see there's some red tape. It was in that area.
Talk about around us. There's hundreds, maybe thousands of people here just trying to enjoy their Sunday afternoon.
Correct. It's very tragic that this happens because, like you said, there's a lot of people up and down Airline here just trying to come out, enjoy the flea market, have something to eat, have something to drink. So it's very tragic.
And you believe the 2 parties, do they know each other? Did they get a fight here?
We don't know. We don't know at this time. It's very fluid and it's very chaotic when our deputies arrived on scene, so we're still sorting through things and looking for video. There is some video, but we have not found video of the whole entire incident at this time.
But this wasn't random as far as you know?
No, it does not look like it's random at all. It looks like all 5 of them knew each other or somehow got involved in an altercation with each other. It doesn't appear any innocent bystanders were injured. It appears like the 5 people that were fighting, that exchanged gunfire with each other, were all, either knew each other or got into a confrontation with each other.
Any witnesses that have been helping you guys?
There were very limited witnesses. The deputies advised that everybody pretty much scattered when they got here. So we're still looking for witnesses, and it's very fluid, as I said.
We just spoke about the fact that there's a lot of people here enjoying their Sunday. It's also broad daylight and a busy afternoon. Is that concerning that nowadays this is what we're dealing with when you have
It's very concerning. It's very concerning. We're always concerned with the safety of our citizens, but we'll continue to do our jobs, and we're going to protect our citizens.
The 2 suspects are in addition to the 5 that were transported, or is it 5 total?
So there's 2 suspects.
Yeah,
that's pretty much.
This is like one that you were talking about, where it just seems like a bunch of like gangbangers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
not a mass shooting.
Right, and
yeah,
because me and I could be just wrong for even thinking like this. I should probably consider any shooting like that a mass shooting. But when I hear mass shooting, I think like a concert or a
non-related incident where someone just goes off with a gun on strangers.
Right.
That's what I considered a mass shooting. I had no clue that they grouped all the gang violence. Now they're listing it twice. They're listing it as gang violence and they're listing it as mass shootings. That makes it look like it's double the weaponry used, and it's not.
Right. And that was my point I was trying to get to, is that
I'm sorry.
No, you're
Leave it
fine.
to me to jump the gun.
No, you're fine, Dragon. That's what I want, is you're organic, telling how you feel about it. So, but that's what they do, and I believe that there's a lot of people in this country that look at it the same way I do. So when I hear mass shooting, like I heard about that one in Houston, but until I just watched it, I thought the same thing. I thought it was someone just randomly just started shooting people.
Right.
But now I find out it's gang members.
5 friends that had a beef with each other.
Right.
And just
I didn't know they clumped them all together like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they do that for sure.
Maybe they need to rename it as random shootings versus a mass shooting. I don't know, but they're deceiving our minds as to what type of violence is actually going on.
You want to know why they do that?
Why?
They're trying to take our guns.
Oh yes, I know that.
They're trying to get rid of the Second Amendment, and they're
Mm-hmm.
using that. That's always their crutch. I guarantee you, after this weekend, all those things that happened this weekend, I guarantee you, this week you're going to start hearing these politicians popping up, the ones that are totally, want the guns taken and all that. Oh, we're gonna Senate floor, and we're gonna be on the guns, and we're gonna take away the magazines, and we're gonna
Right.
and they're going to use this weekend as their
platform in order to do it.
Exactly. And that's exactly how that's going to be.
I'm just waiting for them to start hollering officer safety, take everyone's weapons, and then have only officers with them.
We're in a world of hurt when that happens.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm still trying to find out a lot of the information as far as the one in Orange County, but I do know that they do have a suspect, David Chow, I guess is the way his name's pronounced, 68-year-old from Las Vegas, and they're saying it's politically motivated on that one.
Oh, yeah. And let me guess, they're saying it was Republican or far right.
And they can't just say that a person had a mental problem, a mental breakdown. Mm-hmm. It's got to be racial or political. It can't be that just some individual flipped out and just offing people. That's so news-like.
Yeah, I don't know. We all know that the mainstream media, they push their own agendas. We've seen that, time and time again in the last, I want to say maybe it was because I wasn't paying attention 10 years ago or 10 or 12 years ago, 15 years ago, but I didn't start noticing it up until the last probably 6, 7 years, where I started noticing like how the mainstream media, like they have no facts. They don't back shit up with facts no more. They back everything up with their feelings.
Yeah, I agree.
That or they just take what they're told and run with that without doing fact checks.
Right. Journalism used to be that you had to back up your facts. Even if you couldn't reveal your source, you had to back it up. You had to have proof positive. And now it's just all hearsay. And then they can take it and change it. Oh, we're sorry, we were not right. We've discovered new evidence, when instead of just saying, oh, we were wrong, or we jumped and reported too soon before the facts.
That's even if they do that.
Yeah.
They don't do that unless another mainstream media that's worth its salt comes out with the new evidence or whatever, or something to rebuttal what they did.
Right.
And then they start covering their ass. But as long as no one sees the fuck up that they made, they ain't gonna say a word. They're gonna just let that story ride.
You are right.
Let everybody believe that narrative and keep that narrative going the way they want it to go. And that's shitty, dude. There's no integrity in big journalism. There's none. That's why it's imperative that we have the citizen journalists.
Right.
You know what I mean? The transparency.
I don't know who said it in chat. I think it was Caveman. I'm pretty sure. When we were watching that last video, made the comment, "Oh, now they want footage."
Yeah. He said, "Yeah."
Okay, well, if one of us was there, we would have the footage, but yet they want to push us away.
Of course. Exactly. I meant to say that after that video. I meant to say that like Camden
Me
Caveman
too.
summed the whole thing up in a nutshell. Now they want a camera. Now they
Yeah.
wish someone in the crowd had a camera.
Right.
But when they're violating somebody's rights, get the fuck back, flashlight in your face, you know, all that other bullshit they do. You know.
But yeah, that right there, I thought that was like a perfect statement. Any other time they're yelling and screaming at us, get back, and they're ranting and raving about us having a camera. Now they're wishing somebody did, and it's like you can't have it both ways.
Right.
That's the whole thing. It's either you want our cameras or you don't want our cameras. Which one's it going to be? You can't have it just when you want it.
But what they're wanting is the camera control. It's like, oh, you're Channel 4 News, you're Channel 5 News, you're Fox. Come on in, right this way. And we will show you what to record and what to put on. But they don't want the people that are actually recording what is truly happening that they
Guess
can't
what?
control.
Well, they can't spend their
That's why I have a media card. This way I can get back there.
Yeah.
If they have like a news conference, all I got to do is show it and I can get back there.
Fake ass.
That's why I have one.
Fake ass free media card. Don't even try it. Just playing.
No, it's actually legitimate.
Oh, I know it is.
It's a
I know it is.
legitimate
I'm just
company,
messing.
but it pretty much is. It's
Right.
just something to show them that they can't sit there and say, well, you can't come in because you don't have a media card. Well, here you go.
Right. I need one.
You got
Because I mean,
I can hook you up.
Really, they don't care really if you have one or not. They just want to see one. It's like the ID thing where they walk around with their fingers out with the ID. It's an ID need. Well, when it comes to recording, it's an ID need. I need to see proof that you're a journalist.
It amazes me. Like it amazes me that I've watched thousands on top of thousands of hours and videos of people trying of the police asking for IDs and then trying to press the issue when the person tells them that they don't have to ID, that these departments aren't and they've been sued and cities have been sued and counties have been sued and states have been sued and there's Supreme Court case law and I mean just everything. And they still, to this day, I have not heard or seen one department, one police academy or anything that trains their officer. Okay, you can ask for ID once if they're not breaking the law, but if they refuse, then drop it. It's that simple, guys. There's nothing more to it. I'm not breaking the law. You can ask me for my ID because you can ask me any question you want because that's freedom of speech. And I can also say no. And when I say no, that's the end of that.
Well, I think they have this attitude that if they keep on and continue to harass you about it, you'll just give up and hand it to them. And that's the attitude
exactly
that we as citizens need to get over. Also, them trying to bully us into releasing that information. We need to start standing up and everyone start taking their rights more seriously. And we're teaching the police how to get the IDs from us because, they don't get it the first time they ask. They'll ask 20 more times and eventually you give it to them just to get them to shut up. Well, you've just taught an officer how to get it.
That's it.
Right. What other... You got any other shorter videos, Road Dog? Because we're creeping closer to this 2-hour mark.
No, the rest of them is going to be the feel good.
Okay.
Unless you want to go over to Big Man.
No.
Okay.
I mean, he's filming an accident.
Yeah, it looks like it's just an accident.
Yeah, I got my eye on it. I mean, if he has interaction where the police come up to him or something, then we'll cut to that for sure. But I mean,
yeah, it don't look like it's anything majorly exciting. Let's go with.
The two are together. There's two of them together.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I'm gonna do the one that has the two different videos.
Yeah, the first one is the first one that's up there. The Strangers band. Okay. So y'all, we'll
do that one first.
We're gonna roll into our feel good section of the show. Because if you're new to watching the end of the show, and since season 2 has started, we have a new section of the show. It's the AJ corner, feel good corner. AJ Heather Holt corner. These guys is collaboration on trying to bring everybody's spirits up, since all we do during the show is talk about bad things that happen, shootings and cops violate people's rights. So this is our feel good section. AJ had to drop out. She had some mother duties, things to do. So, and she hasn't been feeling good. So we're gonna run.
It's time to sit back and feel good then.
Right.
Everybody do that.
We're gonna run AJ section for her tonight. So go ahead, Road Dog, roll that.
Keep your eye on this car. It's drifting across a busy intersection into oncoming traffic. The woman sprinting to help knows the driver. They work together. She realizes something is seriously wrong. It's a medical emergency. The woman behind the wheel is slumped over the steering wheel, but the brave friend can't stop the runaway car alone. You can see her waving frantically. That's when perfect strangers come together. First one, then two, 3, 4, a fifth. All hop out of their vehicles to lend a hand. Together, they stop the car. Then they try to open the doors to reach the unconscious driver. A woman finds a dumbbell in her car and gives it to one of the guys, and he uses it to smash a rear window and open the door. 911 calls start coming in.
We have an elderly woman that is unconscious at the wheel.
Is she breathing?
Yes, she is breathing.
There's a car. I think there's an incapacitated driver. They're trying to break into the car.
The drama unfolded in Boynton Beach, Florida. The driver, Lori Rabior, a seamstress, says she took medication on an empty stomach and became dehydrated.
That must be when I passed out because I hit a curb and then the car turned. That's when it went into traffic. I don't even remember leaving work.
With her is Jeanette Rivera, the brave co-worker who ran after the runaway car.
That must have been very scary.
You're my hero.
Another of the heroes, U.S. Staff Sergeant Juan Chavez. That's him running through traffic.
Honestly, I saw somebody that needed help and I just rushed to it. I didn't really think too much of it. I didn't really think too much about my safety at that point.
Now Boynton Beach police are appealing for all those good Samaritans to come forward to meet a very grateful lady.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't even know how to thank you. Thank God for people like you.
Okay, and we have a second part to this one as well.
Yeah. I think it's the update on it is what it is.
It's actually where she gets reunited with the people.
Update story. Yeah. Cool. That's pretty awesome, man. I love it when I see people do that.
It's a very, dangerous situation for everyone, but luckily it turned out fine. There's an angel looking out.
New at 5, the group of strangers who band together to save a woman's life have reunited to meet her. They stopped her car from crashing into others in Boynton Beach earlier this week. WPTV News Channel 5's Josh Navarro live at the Boynton Beach Police Department.
That's where a ceremony wrapped up earlier this afternoon. Josh.
Well, you know, this video has been really the talk of the town and even around the world for a couple of days now since Boynton Beach police released it, capturing those very heroic moments. And finally today, Lori Raybor was able to meet and thank all those brave residents. The several strangers working together to stop a car and rescue Lori Rabior, who was having a medical emergency, honored today at the Boynton Beach Police Department.
Perfect strangers just coming together, and what a beautiful thing it was to see.
Each person involved that police were able to identify with the community's help spoke about the heroic scene that happened on May 5th. Jeanette Rivera is the woman you see here in the video, waving and trying to get everyone's attention to help. She is Raybor's co-worker.
I didn't think about my life, you know. I just like saw her going to the other car, and the other car was gonna hit her. I'm like, oh no, she's gonna get hurt. But you know, I tried to do my best.
Police say Lori had a medical issue. She slumped over the wheel while it was still moving at this busy intersection of Woolbright Road and Congress Avenue. Lori says a mix of high blood pressure pills and fasting for a colonoscopy kind of knocked her out. Police say the car was then put in park and the Good Samaritans pushed it to a nearby 7-Eleven parking lot where a nurse who was on the phone with 911 provided medical attention until the fire department arrived. That nurse is Robin Fox.
I observed from across the street all these amazing people doing an amazing thing, and at the very end I come in to put my hand on your throat and feel a pulse.
Today, Lori got to meet all of them and thank them personally.
And they all just came together to help little old lady. I appreciate it so much. You don't even know. My children love you.
Lori, we love you. And God bless everybody.
Now, everyone, including Lori, received gifts from the community, even a 6 to 8 night cruise from Royal Caribbean, as well as a $2,000 gift card. For now, we're live in Boynton Beach. I'm Josh Navarro, WPTV News Channel 5.
Said it before.
Honestly, that was a nice story.
Yes.
So just a quick thing made me think of that just by watching that. So probably about, I want to say about 15, 16 years ago, I was parked by a nightclub, and I was in a tow truck, and I was parked at a nightclub, just waiting, just watching these people and waiting and things like that. And so the nightclub left out, and there was a fight in the parking lot, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching the fight, just sitting in my tow truck watching the fight. It was a cold night. It was in the wintertime. And this one guy jumped out of a car, and when he jumped out of the car, he ran around to the front. Well, his buddy that was driving the car must have not have seen him run around in the front. His buddy gassed the car and ran over top of him. This guy was pinned underneath this car.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so when I seen that, we went running over there. There was people down there, and they're telling the guy, oh, just put it in reverse. Just put it in reverse. And I'm like, no, don't put it in reverse. You're going to kill the freaking guy. I mean, he's literally underneath this car. His whole body was underneath the car. And I'm like, no. I was like, put the car in park and shut it off. Like, you know what I mean? Don't move at all. And I actually, by that time, me running over to where it was at, there had already a couple of volunteer firemen had showed up on scene. I was like, hey, man, I got a tow truck right over there. I said, I'll get this car off this guy right now. And they was like, move back. I looked at this volunteer fireman. I said, motherfucker, I said, I got a tow truck right there. I will get this fucking car off this guy. I was like, so you can get him out. He's going to fucking die waiting on you idiots. So I ran over and jumped back in my truck, and I ran back over there. And I had a friend of mine was with me at the time, and we got out and we hooked that car up real quick. And I lifted that car up, and the 2 volunteer firemen got the guy out before the police or anybody else even showed up. I probably saved that guy's life that night.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
It was a good thing that you were just sitting there.
And the police called for a tow truck to come get the car. And it took half an hour at least for the tow truck to get there. So
yeah,
if they would have got there,
life.
if they would have got there on the call for that tow truck, that guy would have been pinned on that car for a half an hour. And I tried to go back and find the story, but I can't remember the date or in what year it was. You know what I mean? But they didn't put my name, but the news did do a story and said that local tow truck driver is being considered a hero for saving the guy's life. And then they told the story on their news channel. But it was like I said, it was like cool. It's like 16 years ago. I went in their archives and tried to find it, and I can't find it to save my life. But if I ever run across it, I'll bring it up here on the show, and I'll show everybody. But it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, that would be good.
But that, that's what I did it for. You know what I mean? I towed to help people, I guess. You know how cops always say they do it to help people. Well, I towed cars to help people. I did it to help people on the side of the road, help people that are broke down. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what I loved about it. I still love towing. That's why I left my name as Tow for Life, even though I don't tow no more. Like if I can make the money that I make now, as a tow truck driver, I'd probably be back towing because I love
doing it.
I love towing that much. Well, I did it for 22 years.
Yeah, I did it for a total.
I got more miles.
6-7 years.
I got more miles in a tow truck backwards than you do got going forwards, Road Dog.
Right, probably.
Yeah, I'm just.
I went in and I put away the Tonka toys and I went into the big trucks.
Yeah. But yeah, So I mean, I love towing and I loved helping people. So that's awesome. I don't know why that just made me think about that, but go ahead. You got another one?
Yeah, we got
time
more. Which I thought this one here is actually my favorite one out of them. Let me go ahead and get this pulled up.
Right on. Which one is it? The new one or the earlier one?
Received the Carnegie Medal. It's considered North America's highest civilian honor for heroism. Their bravery on full display a couple of years ago. ABC 15's Cameron Polam telling their story and how their selfless act is certainly uplifting Arizona.
We've been friends forever, and that's just a part of always having each other's back.
It's a friendship that helped Zach Haugen and Jake Watson create countless memories over the years. It's also one that helped save 2 lives in July of 2020 off the coast of San Diego.
My flip-flops were off and I was in the water before I even had a second to think about it.
While on vacation, the 2 young men decided to visit Sunset Cliffs, a popular sightseeing destination.
That's when I look down and I immediately see 2 girls down in the water getting thrown around by the waves.
Cell phone video capturing the chaotic scene shows 2 girls swept into the raging waters from a low-lying cliff surrounding the rocky cove, both struggling to stay above water. Zach, a trained lifeguard, was the first one in.
I grab her and I start swimming them towards this cliff where the water meets the rock.
Oh no. Suddenly, a large swell rips the 3 apart, the waves pushing Zach towards the jagged rocks.
That's when Jake is up on top of the cliff asking me, if he should come in. I'm shaking my head, yes, come in.
Without hesitation, Jake was in the water too, hoisting one girl on his back while pulling the other to a nearby shelf.
So I had the little girl on my back. I get in the corner. I'm just able to find my footing with my foot. I step up and I try a couple times to just pull myself up and then dump her off my shoulder like that.
Yes. The gamble works. With one out of the water, Jake continues to hold on to the other until lifeguards show up moments later.
This dude is a hero right here. He saved that little kid.
Finally safe on shore, both Zach and Jake are embraced by the little girl's mother.
It was probably one of the best hugs I've ever received. And she was just crying, saying, thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's a moment they're now being honored for, named the recipients of the Carnegie Medal, North America's highest civilian honor for heroism.
We happened to be there at the right time, in the right place. You know, I know, at least in my head, and I know in Jake's head as well, it's just what anybody else would have done.
A humble response from two people who put fear aside, risking their own life for another's. For Uplifting Arizona, I'm Cameron Polam, ABC 15.
Absolutely deserving.
Yeah, just incredible what they do. I mean, it's not easy jumping into the surf like that.
Well, yeah, they said we did what anyone would do, but did you do what anyone could do? Not everybody could be able to make that rescue. So
do that.
All of it, perfect timing to make that life-saving moment there. It's incredible.
Them boys are sweet. You see
that was a really good story.
You see what Salty Explorer put in there? I drove a tow truck for a little while. It wasn't mine. I was arrested as a result, but it still counts as experience. That's great. That's a funny one. I like that. Road Dog, how long is that very last one?
Let me see which one you're talking about.
She just dropped one earlier today, just right before the show.
That's only a couple minutes. We could actually do it.
Yeah. Play that. We'll play that. This will be our last one, y'all, and then we'll be calling it a night. I see that. I mean, we got a few people left in here. I hope you guys like our little feel-good section. I know you guys are here to see the 1A and hear about all that kind of stuff and all that, but I think we need this after, all the talking we do.
Boy, is getting a lot of attention for what he did at the Phillies game last night.
Well, now we know who he is. Alicia Roberts is at Citizens Bank Park in South Philadelphia with more on this act of kindness. We love this story, Alicia.
Love this story indeed. Yuki, Jessica, you know it. Philly fans notoriously get a bad reputation in the sports world. So today we set out to find the two youngsters whose heartwarming story may change that. It's the touching moment from Wednesday night's Phillies game that has the whole city buzzing.
How about this? This foul ball is in the stands.
A foul ball is hit down the third base line where 10-year-old Aaron Presley is sitting with his father.
I'm following the ball and I see it hit the ground, so I went to go grab it, and it was just exciting.
Aaron, a huge Philly sports fan, is celebrating his souvenir when he notices the young girl sitting next to him.
I look over and I see the girl, she's crying.
That pint-sized fan is 7-year-old Emma Brady.
A guy, he catched a ball, and I tried to get it, but he was too quick.
There's a little girl that dove for it.
I cried because I fell on my leg.
That's when this happened.
He came up to me and gave it to me.
Aaron hands his baseball to Emma.
I was just like, it just didn't feel right having the ball knowing that somebody's crying, so I had to just give it to her.
Emma's dad describing the kind moment.
And he came right over without hesitation. He saw her for a moment, and without even thinking, he just turned and handed her the ball. It was the sweetest thing.
She was just so polite. She said thank you, and we had to just take a picture together.
And while Aaron may not have gone home with the game ball, he says the experience taught him 2 lessons he hopes every Phillies fan will remember.
Be nice to people, because not a lot of people in this world are nice.
And just in case,
I'll probably remember to bring my glove this time.
Bring his glove next time. That's the second lesson there. By the way, we found out the Phillies found Aaron. They gave him a game ball, so he didn't go home empty-handed. Emma's family also gave Aaron a gift card to use at his next Phillies game. Aaron says he can't wait to come back to the ballpark. Reporting live in South Philly, Alicia Roberts, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Man, that's freaking awesome. That's freaking
Yeah, that
awesome.
was sweet.
That's a cool kid.
I wanna give big props up to the kid, and number 2, give big props up to his parents, because his parents obviously raised that boy right.
Exactly.
And with that being said, all the mods in the chat, start spamming the chat with everybody's links. If you're not subscribed to somebody, y'all go over and subscribe to them, man. Show them the love. Jesus, it's free. I mean, subscribe, like a video, do something. So mods, Heather, laptop, Farlap, if you're still in here, Judd, you guys start spamming the link or start spamming the chat with the links.
Hey, Salty, that's exactly it right there.
Yep, 100%. So that was the feel good section of the Road and Toe Show, brought to you by American Justice of Texas. And I don't know if she wants me to call her Heather Holt or Bitch with Camera, but Heather Holt, aka Bitch with Camera.
No, biatch.
And American Justice of Texas, parentheses, AJOT. So there you guys go. So Dragonette, you got anything for everybody?
Not really. Just to tell everybody it's been a pleasure. Come back.
Right on. So with that, Dragonette's going to lead us out with this.
This shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Caucasian got StreamYards.com in there. What the hell is that, Cauc? You still got a StreamYards panel going? Caucasian still got a StreamYards panel going? Yeah.
Hang on, let me take a look.
Yeah, let's look. If so, I mean, I'll send people over to Caucasian Sasquatch for sure.
I'm not seeing it.
I'm not seeing it. No. Okay. Anyways, I was going to send everybody over to you, Caucasian. Chuck just pop in here somewhere.
That's why I started looking.
I didn't see Chuck, but I seen
it dropped his link. I saw.
Yeah, big man. Thanks for being here, big man. We was watching you, baby. We was making sure you would have had a little bit of interaction. We'd have cut and went straight to you for sure. We had you pulled up in the background, though, for sure. So yeah, everybody, if you guys haven't already subscribed to any of those people that the mods are dropping in your chats, go over there and subscribe, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, watch a video, hit the like, leave a comment, something like that. All these people that they're putting in are awesome. And anybody that's in the chats, Cammed Up Caveman, Salty Explorer, all the people that are still in here too, Caucasian Sasquatch, Carolina, Fort Worth. Everybody go check out Carolina if you haven't. And so with that, thanks everybody for coming up on panel. Great Lakes Audit, Dragonette, American Justice of Texas. We love you guys. You guys are always here, always there when we need some people to come up. So thank you. All the people in chat, we love you guys. Thanks for being here. All the mods, we love all you guys. You guys rock. You guys just rocked it out and dropped like 50 links in 20 seconds. So you guys are awesome. We love all you guys. Firm Audits, yeah, someone make sure you guys drop Firm Audits link. If anybody hasn't subscribed to Firm, go over there and subscribe. 7 Freedoms, go over there and subscribe. 7 Freedoms got some good stuff. But yeah, Road Dog, you got anything?
I just thank everybody in chat. Thank everybody for the mods doing their job. Such a great, I mean, they're freaking awesome. Heather, definitely thank you for all the help you gave me earlier today with the stories, and just thank you everyone for being here, and looking forward to Wednesday.
Right. Oh yeah. Thank you, AFA, for coming up, letting us premiere the first part of your video. That was awesome, man. We love you. Big shout out. Accountability for all. Big shout out to Banana Anna. All right. Caucasian texted to me or something.
That's what I started to say.
Yeah,
Shoot it
because I
to me
done
in
lost
Discord
that.
or something.
Yeah, shoot it to me in Discord or text it to me. Anyways, so shit, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. Accountability for all. Thanks for letting us premiere that video, man. Accountability for all, doing good work. Great Lakes Audits, thanks for letting us premiere your video. Out there doing great work. Thanks to Dragonet Transparency for allowing us to put the update out for her. Great Lakes Audits for allowing him to put the update out there for her. NC Tyrant Hunter for allowing us to put his update out. And Chuck motherfucking Bronson for allowing us to put his update out there for him. But with that, I'm starting to get tongue-tied, so I think it's about time for we get out of here. So with that, this is the Road and Toe Show, season number 2, Monday Night Rawl. I am your host, Toe for motherfucking life. This is my host, Road Dogs Media, and we out this bitch, motherfuckers.